Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. From A to B.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Like complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and shut the fuck up, Chip.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Shattered Cast Uncut, episode, I think, 223. I believe that is correct. Yes, I have it down here. Everybody is here, so let's not delay things. Let's just go ahead and talk to some people, starting with Bobby Skullface. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. Better than ever.
That's good. What makes it?
Congratulations.
Can you say congratulations? I've just been extra productive recently. I got a lot going on. I got a big test coming up, and
Masturbating.
And everything is on target. Stay on target.
Very nice.
On target.
Very good. So yeah, everything will be good. So up next, Robert D.
Hi.
All right, good. Moving on, we have Greg from Mercy.
Hey, what's going on?
Very nice. And last but not least, the one and only Urban Dictionary approved Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
That's weird. I don't know. That freaked me out a little bit. But anyways, hey there, everybody. How y'all doing?
Yep.
I want to
that was something. That was impressive. Yeah. So
yeah.
that's
Can I figure out how to make that? Can I figure out who made that?
Yeah. Whoever made it should definitely send in a listener question so we all know. We're very curious, and you should check your theirs because you did that wrong. But, that's okay. I'm an engineer. Language is not my first thing. Anyway, so what did we all get this week? Bobby, why don't you go first?
Actually, I didn't get much. I got the opportunity to take a look at the MMC Nitro and the SH Figuarts Rashid, and I don't know if I got anything else. Well, I got something, but it's not like a toy. But I got a shout out to John, Cape Cod John. Big shout out. He printed me out a bunch of stuff, some Death Star walls that I'm going to be using for a diorama that I'm very appreciative of and pretty excited to start working on. So that's all I got.
Very nice.
And I got Dunkirk on DVD, and I watched it, and it's fine.
Did it have like 30 trailers for like another movie?
So like, here's the thing. I'm not gonna, you don't need to get the whole review or whatever, but like, I can't decide if it's the best World War II movie ever made or the worst World War II movie ever made. Saving Private Ryan, right? Everybody seen it? Everybody familiar? You know how
That's a wonderful movie.
Okay, I agree. It's a good movie. You know how when you talk to people about it, they're like, "Oh man, I wish the movie was like the first 10 minutes the whole way through." You ever hear people say that? Okay.
It was very intense, the first. Yeah.
Okay, so Dunkirk is the first 10 minutes for 2 hours. And I got news for you. It ends up not feeling kind of soulless. It ends up feeling like a documentary without the narration.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you like the first 10 minutes of Saving Private Ryan and you want you think you want a whole movie full of the first 10 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, watch Dunkirk, and maybe you'll feel the same afterwards, and maybe you won't.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, I feel like you need story and stuff to make it worth the time.
You need to invest in the characters and learn who they are and what they're about, and give a shit.
Mm-hmm. No, I can understand that completely.
Yeah. But it's worth a watch. It's beautifully shot. I just don't know about the story itself.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So, moving on. Robert, what did you get this week?
Firstly, I finally saw Black Panther.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Greatest movie ever of all time, of ever?
No, but I really liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
I didn't mind the land battle at the end with the rhinos. I know you hated that.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Mind that?
You're like, get it out of here.
Oh, that was Adam that didn't like that.
Fake rhinos.
That was Adam that didn't like that. I like the rhinos, all right?
Well, you know, you guys are kind of one of the same, you know.
Yeah, I'd agree with
I was
that.
going to say, we've never seen you and Adam in the same room.
Oh.
Even though that's entirely not true.
Yeah.
Bobby is Adam man. One thing I didn't like about, because I guess just in the Civil War, I feel like you didn't have enough exposure of T'Challa as a character. T'Challa.
Racist.
If Adam was still listening to the show, he'd hear me say T'Challa properly. T'Challa. But I mean, you know, I'm not happy with they don't really at all portray him as one of the smartest people on the planet. You know, his sister is apparently, but she's just like a smart goof, and I feel like he would have been even more impressive if they had just, you know, if he didn't seem so separate from all the tech and, you know, whatever, as opposed to just the son taking on his dad's mantle and that's him.
That's an interesting point. Gary made an interesting point about it recently when he stopped by. Yeah, for those who don't know,
Gary the scary laugher.
Yeah, Gary is angry. Gary is an angry person. He's angry about everything. But he went in, like, he liked Black Panther. He thought it was good. But he went into this whole like monologue. He was like, and look at fucking Killmonger. He's mad at the world. He's mad at the West. And he's a kick-ass fucking soldier / warrior / Navy SEAL / military trained / martial artist trained. Opportunities are only afforded to him because he grew up in the West.
The one thing.
One YouTube channel I like to watch, they do game theory and film theory is another one of their channels, and they point out how the Wakanda economy is completely unstable. Like you could not support that level of wealth and stuff indefinitely because of the, like, you know how vibranium is so scarce and all this stuff, and they like keep it secret and stuff, and like, you know, they like point all these analogs to other, you know, real points in history where there's, you know, a material that's scarce, and then they're like, well, you know, we just made this other material that's pretty much the same thing, and yeah, your stuff's worthless now. Like, good luck with poverty, you know? So it's pretty interesting. If you have time to watch it, I highly recommend it.
The thing about Claw was you know, I tried to reconcile like the whole issue with Killmonger and Claw. You know, why didn't he just kill him in the beginning? You know, and I guess the only reason he didn't kill him was because he was hoping to use him to catch a ride to Wakanda, which is kind of weird. Like he was like waiting to get him until he could hop a ride on his Cessna, which doesn't really make sense since he's like, you know, fucking MI6 CIA super spy assassin who could do anything in the world.
Yeah.
But that seems to be the justification. He needed him and a plane to get to Wakanda.
Well, he had to wait to get the plane because he needed him to get into Wakanda.
Why?
Like, he literally needed him because that's, like, their most wanted criminal.
But he could have killed him in the beginning and taken him there, right?
Well, he didn't have a plane.
All right. This dude can get anywhere and do anything and take down world governments. He just can't get a fucking Cessna in order.
Well, he wasn't still involved with
yeah, I know.
With all those organizations. I mean, I'm asking. I don't know. I don't really remember.
No, it's true. I know.
I only saw the movie like 9 times. No, I only saw it once, actually, because I'm racist. Saw Star Wars 5 times.
Dude, I've watched that commentary a few times. Pretty interesting stuff.
Black Panther?
No,
you got it
Are you laughing?
in pre-order or something?
It's you. This Last Jedi.
I actually have not seen Black Panther yet either. Mostly because I can't
sorry.
find anybody who can watch a child, so I can go to the movie theater. So
yeah,
I'll
get
just
used
watch
to
it when
it,
it's
buddy.
on Blu-ray.
It's good. And I got news for you. Find the babysitter. way more difficult with 2.
Oh yeah.
That's why Bobby built like a multiplex in his basement because of that shit.
And then when you have 3, just cancel Christmas.
Yep, not happening.
He's like, and Bobby's like, we got a 3rd one coming? I demand a basement screening room with sconces.
But yeah, no, Black Panther's good. You should definitely see it. Yeah. It's definitely worth a watch. But yeah, the Last Jedi thing. One thing that like I find interesting, only because of like everybody's like, you should have listened to Mark Hamill and do what Mark Hamill wanted to do, because Mark Hamill was Luke Skywalker and Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker. And so Mark Hamill wanted to turn into an 80-foot version of Luke Skywalker and crush the fucking walkers at the end of Last Jedi.
I'm going to say I'm glad that didn't happen.
I'm going to go ahead and co-sign that, Justin.
I think that would have been classic.
I feel this story is setting up to be something amazing, whether you think so or not, based on watching the movie. It's just kind of short-sighted of you to think that there's not something planned for the next movie.
I agree. However, I do think at the same time, though, that if they botch it, like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What's a botch it?
Yeah, fuck that up.
And that's not to say that they couldn't do it. I just feel like I suspect they won't.
Like, but, it has to have some meaning. This last one, like, really has to mean something.
Mm-hmm. Well, your whole basically franchise is gonna pin on how you do this last movie.
Right.
Like, honestly, like doing anything outside of this story needs to have this piece needs to be important. So.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah, it's not gonna diminish from the original 3 though.
Did Robert Dean or you just watch Black Panther?
Look at the Batman films. You know, we don't judge the original Tim Burton based on the merits of what was the last one, Batman Forever or Batman or Robin or whatever.
I feel like the Tim Burton Batmans are their own thing, and then the other 2 are just kind of their own little things. Like anytime Batman switches, it's a new continuity to me.
I also feel like Batman and Robin do put a stain on those original Burton ones. That, like, I feel like the original Burton ones are always going to be great. Everybody's always going to think they're going to be great. But I feel like maybe the first Burton one would be considered even more great had everything after that not happened.
I would agree with that.
What, they would have had, like, Tony the Tiger in there, Bobby?
Yeah, exactly that.
Right.
Oh, okay, great.
So I did get stuff, too. I got the Generation Toy... Optimus Primal. I think it's just called Gorilla.
Good.
Otherwise known as Robot Harambe.
Isn't it Guerrera? Isn't it?
I think just Gorilla.
In its name?
I think pronouncing it, you say Gorilla. Gorilla.
No, Guerrera was the Perfect Effect one.
Perfect.
No, but I think just, they say Gorilla anyway.
Well, they're knocking off something.
But yeah. So, like, people complain that the plastic felt thin. That's bullshit. Nothing feels thin on this figure.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit. I mean, Septuple Zero said it felt thin. Also, he agreed with fucking Ben that it seemed thin. But I think he got like a bum unit. Like he said, there was shit missing.
Agree with Ben who?
The collectible one, Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, okay. So I get along with Ben just fine. I don't have any issue with Ben, but my question is, like, I do got to say, like, I feel like this is just me speaking objectively. This isn't a personal attack on that dude or whatever, but
yes, it is.
I do feel like I would like to know where he got the gorilla from, because I do feel like he is
biased.
He is more critical of shit. I think there's more to be gained, honestly, from the reviews where he's not getting a connection. Right. And I wonder if because I've seen him do reviews of shit where he does have the connection and overlook huge errors.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, is it possible that he got the prize unit out of the set? Sure. Anything's possible. Of course. I don't debate that at all, but I do. It would be something like if he ever came to the States and I had the opportunity to sit down and talk with him, I would ask him that question, like, do you ever feel like, and maybe he feels weird about it. Maybe he feels like fuck, like god damn it, why'd I have to get the good one? Everybody else got shit, or vice versa.
Something tells me he never has to say that to himself, or he never does.
But I do wonder about that because like I've seen or in some cases heard him say things where I'm like man, like I can't vouch for that experience.
In all fairness, there was like a plate on the hip that's like pinned in, just like plugs that like is like comes out easily. But a little glue could fix that. But I didn't want to do anything to it right now in terms of glue. But that's just like really superficial. But I mean, I didn't like how he. Like, I was like, what? If I was drinking something, it would have shot out my nose when he did that. When he was like, this feels a little thin. It's not up to snuff with the rest of Generation Toys plastic. It was a shock because I'm like, you're just, wow, how could you say that? It's like, not a matter of opinion. It's not, So I'm like, and the fact that he usually praises things that have a lot of flaws really underscored the shock to him saying that.
Yeah. He got it from Robot Kingdom, by the way.
Okay. So that's a normal hookup for him. So that does speak to outside of the norm, in my opinion. So maybe he got a lemon.
Oh, we're gonna get some hate mail today.
I mean, fuck. I'm just talking. I'm just talking.
Just kidding, Bobby.
You know what I mean? I'm just talking.
Trump's gonna tweet you.
Trump's gonna tweet me.
Tweet at you.
What else you get, Robert?
I got some plastic Viagra. I got Flame Toys Drift. I almost forgot his name.
He's sexy.
It's very sexy. It's fucking beautiful.
I try to tell you.
It's truly a beautiful figure, And then, I'm looking. It really puts my other stuff into perspective. And then I heard that the DX9 white repaint of Prime, the little one, the Legend, is only $60.
Oof.
And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. 5 of those does not equal one of these. So why would I buy one of those?
Right.
Isn't that the one that comes with all the extra stuff or no?
Comes with a trailer.
It's a fucking trailer. But come on, that's MP car pricing. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it should be $59.99.
Yeah, exactly. They've got a lot of nerve. $59. Don't charge $60.
Come on.
But
come on now.
And I got something else in, but it's already been shipped out, so I can't say what it is. But we shall all hear about it soon.
Alrighty.
Is it trash?
That's straight trash.
Can you give me some hints?
No.
No.
Why not?
Everyone's a surprise. It's not trash. It's very utilitarian stuff. I mean, thing.
So trash.
It's literally just a bag of trash.
Literally, it is poop.
All right, Greg, what'd you get this week?
I didn't get all the stuff I was supposed to get. I actually only got 2 things. I got the Batman the Animated Series DC Collectibles Expressions pack figure with like the 30-piece set. And then I got a Robin to go with it, to go with the Batmobile that I'll be getting at some point in the future, maybe hopefully one day.
To be shipped in an Amazon bubble wrap mailer.
Oh, I know. Oh my God.
Oh God, she hears me. Did you hear that? Anyone else hear that? She just yelled at me.
Somebody yelled at you?
Yeah, the Alexa. So she heard her name and said, "Sorry, I don't know that."
Yeah, you gotta choke her out, man.
Oh, she's acting like she doesn't know about it now. Huh?
Always.
Who the fuck ships a laptop screen in the goddamn bubble mailer?
Amazon does.
Gort.
Doesn't make fucking sense to me.
It's a Gort.
So that's all you got, Greg?
Yeah, the mail got delayed because of weather, I believe. So.
Yeah.
Gort. Speaking of Gort, real quick, he hit me up this week and said, "Hey man, like you guys should fucking go back and like look for the episode where you say where is third party in 5 years because you guys have been doing it like 5 years now." and look at your answers and then have a conversation about it. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not looking that up.
That's definitely a lot of work.
Hey, we'll let Robert do it.
I'll get to that as soon as I'm finished with my Mattism T-shirt.
If Gordon would like to go ahead and point us to the episode and tell us what we said in paraphrase.
Right.
Definitely.
We say it a lot of times. So which one,
Yeah,
the first one.
Gord, you got time on your hands putting all those fucking computer screens in bubble wrap mailers, saving time.
Fucked up.
Yeah, we have been doing this. What episode are we on? 233?
223.
Something like that.
Oh, well, never mind.
You know what? We go to cons. We go to cons like some other podcasts don't do, but we go to cons. Yes.
Who doesn't go to cons?
Oh, I can't say.
No?
No. You know.
15.
Alrighty. So we're going to move on.
I'll tell you later.
Still Matt's turn
Justin.
to talk. Yes,
It's
Greg.
still Matt's turn to talk.
I'll let Matt go first, and then I'll drop my bomb. So.
Oh. Did you get a ball and drop?
I guess we'll see, right? So
nice.
Matt, what did you get?
I didn't get any. I got to look at some stuff. Justin, he sent me the Fans Project Highbrow Browning, and also Robert D's Wei Zhang Putang Megatron. And I have not looked at that yet, but I will eventually. And that's it. I went and saw Rampage, and it's better than Black Panther. So
I heard the movie was trash.
You're trash.
I seriously heard that though.
It was all right. I mean,
I heard it was really, really bad.
It was better than I thought it would be. We thought it was better than we thought it was going to be. So
I'm not sure how to take that.
Well, it was fun. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, and that's all I got.
Alrighty.
What'd you get, Justin?
Nothing.
Nice.
So
Actually,
it was a
that's not
bomb.
true.
It was a bomb of sorts.
It was. Definitely not a Baldwin drop, but that's not entirely true. I did end up finally, after however long I've had those Ghostbusters ended up getting the replacement fist for Egon because one of them didn't peg in properly, and a replacement proton pack because one of them did not light up properly. So
Speaking of which, did you ever finish your proton pack?
No. It's getting ready to be finished because the weather's warming up. So I can get back to painting it. You can't really paint when it's cold. It won't stick very well.
You have heat in your house?
Yes, but I'm not going to spray paint in my house. That's really not a good idea, Robert.
Do it in the nursery.
That's an even worse idea, Robert. So
your kids will be up at 3:00 in the morning.
You'll save money on college.
That's right. I'll win Father of the Year awards too. So
And you might go to jail.
Yep, exactly. All right, so let's move on. What do we have in the news for today? So M-Deck is making an Ion Blaster Commander, which is, as I understand it, a not 1-to-1 scale, but a carryable by a human being scale version of Optimus Prime's gun.
I can already see the headlines. People getting shot with this gun.
Oh yeah, you can't carry this thing on the street. No way.
So this is okay. So that's cool. That's there's an element of coolness to this.
Yeah, I see people trying to rob. I see people trying to rob liquor stores and stuff with this damn thing. Come on.
If I was a liquor store owner, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here with your laser gun. Fuck it.
Get that shit out of here. I know that's Optimus Prime.
Fuck out of here. What the fuck do you think?
The guy pulls out a Megatron.
Yeah, the fucking liquor store owner pulls out a real gun. Is like, transform this bitch.
Yeah.
What do you think you are, Peter Cullen?
Justin's gonna have his proton pack. I'll have this, and Robert will have his that little tiny fucking Legends Megatron gun.
Nice. I like how they have the light up features on here. I think that's a nice touch.
Oh, that is.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Hang up on the wall. That'd be pretty neat.
No, I agree. I think it would make it for a nice display piece.
That with the Matrix of Leadership on the wall. Pretty cool.
Yeah. How much is this?
It's probably going to be a lot. I can't imagine this is inexpensive.
It's going to be limited. I saw that.
So it's 39. That's a big boy.
How much do you think?
I'd say 250, 300.
That ship better hold an AR-15 in it then.
Oh
It
man,
comes with an AR.
automatic. What is it? Automatic ray of death.
Yes. Limited edition. Yes. No possibility of re-edition. Yeah, that's. I don't know, man. That's pretty big. That might be more than 300. You may be looking at one of those Jabba the Hutt farts things, whatever press.
Dude, I hear that.
You could do a. They could do a GoFundMe, whatever, or Kickstarter.
It's gonna get KO'd. Watch.
I don't feel like that would be successable.
Wei Zhang will do it. It'll be like actual 1-to-1 scale.
It'll be the size of a human.
Yeah.
Fucking Wei Zhang paint time.
I think if HasLab does a Transformer thing, their best bet is to make it a Unicron.
Oh,
Or I'll tell you what they could get. They could definitely get away with a Scorponok.
Yeah, I could see Scorponok.
Yeah. I'd rather have Unicron, but maybe would they do a combiner, like maybe a bigger Predaking, maybe?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so because
No,
I think
it's okay. Shut that down.
No, I think that people would be like, I'm okay with this one. You know what I mean? Like I think those type of folks would be like, no, this one.
The Hasbro one? Yeah, that'd be all right with the Hasbro one.
You know, like I'm not gonna spend $500 for one. I'm okay with this one, for better or worse.
Yeah, but yeah, Unicron or maybe a Metroplex. I don't know.
Nah, because they got a Metroplex. It's the same problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
They could do a life-size wheelie.
God, that'd be awesome.
Or
Would
like
it talk in rhymes?
Or a spike suit.
I always wanted one as a kid. God, I wanted one so
exosuit.
bad.
And when it transforms, just breaks your arms and legs.
It was worth it. I can't move.
That's pretty funny.
The
jaws of life.
But I always wanted, as a kid, I always wanted one of those suits. God, I want to jump around with Springer and Ultra Magnus. God dang it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that is enough on the life-size gun. So let's move on to Maketoys finally announcing that the Thundercracker and Skywarp are coming like about goddamn time.
Skycrow.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's funny.
They look good too.
God, they look good.
Yeah. So I think I have a Thundercracker and a painted Skywarp and a Starscream that need to be sold.
Yeah.
Pay for this.
Fuck them.
Oh, fuck Maketoys.
Is that Moss Toys one MP scaled or is that a different scale?
No, it's deluxe Chuck size.
Doesn't look deluxe though. It has like an MP styling to it.
I think they're Chuck style, man. Be honest. This is if you want MP, this is the way to go, Robert.
Yeah, never getting this.
You don't have purple hands though. God damn,
I will never get these seekers. They can suck a dick.
People are grabbing because they don't have purple hands.
I'll wait for the Flames toys.
Why won't you get these?
Because I fucking hate them.
He has to practice
them. I just hate them. They're scummers. I'm still mad at them. Fucking with the price of olives and shit. Right, Bobby?
What do y'all think of him not having purple hands? Is that a big deal to y'all, or does that even care?
You know, I didn't even notice it till I heard him talking about it on In the Realm.
Oh. Okay.
I personally have made 17 Facebook posts in the same 4 groups about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like different. Did you word it
looking
different?
for kindred spirits.
Did you word it different, or did you say the same words and they repost?
No, I got more aggressive and more aggressive,
Okay.
and I just started sharing them over and over.
Oh, definitely. Yes, you got to share that shit, man. Likes and shares, man.
Yeah, I
made a poll
sorry.
as well.
I was pro Maketoys until like everybody posted this 5,000 times, and I hated them again.
You liar! You did not. I think they look good. I like the color of Thundercracker. I like the Skywarp, and they look fucking good together.
I hope they all have their faces are all too dark to see. I hope so.
Well, by this picture, it looks like they finally figured out how to put silver paint on their face.
You think they'll give us a new Starscream face on one of them?
For me, it doesn't really matter since I painted mine, but I kind of hope they would.
Oh, okay.
Like, if that's a complaint of your figure, why wouldn't you just include a couple extra faces?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you have no tooling cost associated with these guys. You just have to stamp out a couple more faces and paint them silver. You know, like, there's no reason to.
God, I just hope Fans Toys releases a render of a cone head just to fuck with them.
I'm holding out to see what Mezco has coming. He has some nice cloth wings so I can fly him like a kite.
I pre-ordered my first Mezco. I pre-ordered that Jason. Thank you, by the way, for including me in that little thing. But I'm kind of excited. I may start a little horror section or a little horror collection.
Horror? Nice.
Are they going to do Freddy and all them? Or
I don't know. I got that one. I got that one NECA Jason, and I almost bought like the other NECA horror characters, but I was like, I'm gonna hold out.
So NECA's not good then, right?
NECA's like the ex-transbots of action figures. Yeah, they don't always have the best QC, and they don't really perform that well, but damn, they fucking look good.
Well, I guess that's all you would need for like horror. I mean, you don't really need them to have, especially like Jason or something. He doesn't have really a lot of posability, does he? I mean whatever.
Speaking of NECA, what did you do with that Batman, Justin?
He's sitting in the garage.
Use him as a plunger?
Yep.
Is he like a toilet snake?
Good idea.
I'm going to use him as a plunger. I'm going to use Omega Supreme as a plunger in a Detox.
You need to.
And next to an air fryer. Yeah, he looks. I could use his claw as a plunger.
Bob, are you going to? Are you speaking of? Well, before you get too far away from the real purpose of the podcast, which is NECA, are you going to get those baby Ninja Turtles?
No.
Did you see those? Oh,
yeah. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh man,
I think they're cool.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I think they're cool. I'm content.
Are you
NECA did a Bebop and a Rocksteady.
I'm in.
And a
I don't
Shredder.
think they will though.
Yeah. Shredder, I'm in. The one I'd be most excited about would be a Splinter and an April, but
April. Are you getting these Maketoys? Skycrow?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody's getting them except for Robert.
So.
Mm-hmm.
You suck.
He'll have them before all of us too. That's the funniest part.
Yep. That sounds about right. All right,
excited.
so let's move on. What do we have next? We have Unique Toys Bruticus in his full colored form.
Them shoulders, Mac.
Yeah.
Looks like Fans Project.
I'm glad I went Zeta.
Oh yeah, this is Unique Toys. For whatever reason, at first I thought it was Zeta. I'm like, I don't know. This doesn't look as good as I remember it looking. But then I forgot that they were doing one too. So no wonder.
This looks really. It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look like what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I wish the arms bent a little bit on top.
Why are there two blast-off cockpits?
Yeah, that makes it really awkward. Like, is there a precedent for blast-off being the chest shield? Was that how it was in the TV show or something?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So, and that's fine. But then why do you still leave the one on the arm?
It's G1.
Yeah.
The arm should be reversed.
Right? But what's funny about that is that, like, just looking at the rest of this piece, it's like, oh, so now fucking G1 matters? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It is very odd. It is very odd. I don't know.
Well, I give them a little bit of slack because, like, when you come to like the combiners, like, I mean, yeah, there was a little discrepancy, to say the least, with the G1 characters, but with combiners especially, like, I mean, it's some of that shit's unrealistic. So they kind of are bending to pressure from like all different angles of the market. You know, like, do we have the arm accurate, the shoulder accurate, or do we have the chest accurate, or do we have, you know, the thighs accurate? What color is this supposed to be? So I kind of like, I mean, I kind of have a little.
I totally get that, but it's just like there's very little that's accurate here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was never in on this. I was gonna just have the swindle, and then I didn't really care for the swindle, so I got rid of it.
I mean, just the photo itself doesn't do them any favors because it's very washed out. And I know it sounds petty, but that affects your impression and your choice. You know, so it looks so drab, and I don't think it's going to look this drab. It's
drab.
It does, you know.
It looks like an updated Warbitron to me.
But old.
It doesn't even look like an updated Warbitron. It honestly looks to me
I
more
don't
like
think it
an
looks anything like
updated Fans
Warbitron.
Toys or Fans Project one, the small one, like made a little bit bigger with a updated Onslaught, because Onslaught had he was weird shape and stuff like that. It was like a missile truck.
Yeah, I don't think this is like a Warbitron at all. I think Warbitron's more stylized. This is.
I mean, dude, look at the
thighs.
Is it though? I don't
so.
feel like this is G1 at all. I don't feel like this translates at all.
I think there's more G1 than the Warbitron is.
I feel like it's like very similar. Like the chest plate, which is an add-on piece, makes it look more streamlined, and the upper shoulders makes it look more streamlined. But like those, like the hips, the thighs, the lower legs, like that looks like
parts.
That looks like Warbitron to me.
Yeah. You think this? You think they're gonna? What's really gonna hurt is, I know, with the Toy World Devi, how they got the add-on parts and everything, especially with the thighs and the crotch piece, and this doesn't. I mean, I don't see this lasting. After a year or two, it's gonna start. Like the others, like the TFC stuff. The combiners are slowly just falling apart.
Well, no, man, I recently moved stuff around on my shelves, and the Abominus is still tight. I was shocked. My Warbitron is not.
That's fine.
My Feral Rex is not. And the Abominus, I was very shocked. He's still stiff as a fucking board.
That's good. Okay, that's good. I hope it does stay.
I was surprised. There's no reason for that, because I just take that apart and play with it all the time. So it was a pleasant surprise.
But I would think that most people, now that are going to do combiners, are going to start doing what Toy World did. I thought they would.
Right. Speaking of that, I figured why comment on your video, Bobby, because you don't respond. I might ask you now. No, the sit down Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
Fuck around Fridays. No, this is fuck around Friday. Let's sit down Saturday. Take a shit Sunday. Man, I hate Mondays.
Isn't sit down Saturday your idea?
I know.
Okay.
So what?
Right.
I can still tease you.
Okay. All right.
Maybe that's why I told you to do it, so I can tease you.
Okay. All right.
Why did you give Devi the credit when it was the throttle bots that actually did the combining parts forming?
Devi didn't get credit for parts forming.
Like being the first combiner that successfully used parts forming that changed the game.
That's not why he changed the game. That's not why.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention, I guess.
Yeah.
I was watching your video and watching the Star Wars commentary. Just like you.
No, I did mention the parts forming and that it helped the stability, but I was saying how like it took something that was very established as like the kind of, this is what a combiner will look like, in a masterpiece scale, and it said, no, it won't. It's going to look like this instead. And everybody was like, yeah. And most people were kind of done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with unique toys on this one.
You getting this, Bobby?
So I was in to have them for robot mode. But I think I'm just gonna stick with the 3 I got. I don't think I'm gonna do the arms, and I think I'm gonna get the MMC arms and just have a Frankenstein monster of a Combaticon team in robot mode.
That's weird.
That limits you though moving forward. What if you change your mind at some point? You want to switch them up?
No, I mean Zeta's mine. I'm going with Zeta.
You might want to have Zeta in bot mode.
No, I certainly will never want that.
Ooh,
if one of your details starts like sagging and looking like shit, you might as well put the Zeta bots
Plop
in.
it up.
Just look, throw this in there.
God, that robot mode for Zeta is garbage. But their fucking alt mode and the combined mode, nice.
Yeah, this fucking those limbs are still solid as fuck. All 3.
Yeah, I could beat a baby with those things.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
They still would be all right.
Bruticus looks like he's wearing sneakers.
Yeah, it does.
Are they Nikes?
Yeah,
Snikes. I think they're Snikes.
Energikes.
British Knights. BK. Y'all don't know about the BK.
We're all ready?
Robert.
All right.
Yeah.
Robert's about the BK.
Are we ready to move on? I think we're ready to move
Burger King.
Up next, we have the last piece of third-party news. The Transform Dreamwave 3P upgrade kits. And it's like a little extravaganza here. It's kind of like a little mini BotCon thing going on.
Damn.
So I guess we'll start at picture one. We have pretty much a whole new Computron.
See, fuck me.
Sideways.
Upside down. See, like, look. So I try to listen to as many shows on the Cool Table as I can, right?
It's fine.
And I've noticed that Dust on End of the Realm, whenever they talk about non-transforming stuff, he like checks out, which I don't think is doing the show any favors. Like, I think that Dust should enter his 2 cents. I think Dust has a pretty interesting point of view, and that he should be involved in those conversations. But this is the type of shit that makes me want to say to Dust, what do you say we just switch shows? I have no interest in talking about this type of shit, and I'd rather talk about some Mezco shit I'm not gonna buy. You know, like.
Don't you think this is like this stuff is the original third party, right? This and people who still make weapon sets.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a large section of people who are like, this is what third party should be. Like, I don't agree with them, but you know,
yeah,
whatever.
I don't. And look, I mean, I'm not mad at it. Like, if people think this will improve their Combiner Wars results, and they want to throw the money after it and try to build their Frankenstein, then by all means do so. I couldn't give a fuck.
What if people who are interested in this stuff listen to you because you talk about this stuff, and then they say, what else does this guy talk about? And then they look at the actual other 3P stuff, and then they get into that.
The thing about that, Robert, is I don't think anybody who's watching YouTube videos for upgrade kits don't know that other third-party stuff exists.
Right.
That's true.
The one thing that's not in those Bruticus pictures, at least I saw, are those pictures of Vortex that got released this week.
Yeah, Blast Off too.
I didn't see the Blast Off, but
I guess they were bad.
Damn, they look like fucking shit. Like,
look like your tub.
Fucking disheartening.
Like your tub.
Yeah, it does. Looks like my tub.
Did you like zone out and have like a Vietnam flashback and it was just images of your tub?
I'm so proud that you're gonna show up Friday because you got plenty of time to clean that bitch before people start showing up on Saturday.
I'm gonna take a shit in it. I'm gonna clean it and I'm like, Bobby, you like it? And I'm gonna take a shit in it.
I'm leaving this here for you. You said you were gonna clean it.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. A little Comet and a wet sponge.
I'm gonna hold you to your word. But yeah, I'm gonna put up my tub as the backdrop this week.
I already posted your tub.
Yeah, they fucking, I don't know.
You're like, that's not my tub.
Right,
yeah, that wasn't my tub. That wasn't my tub. But yeah, I just was curious if you guys saw that. Disregard.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, man. I was out a long time ago. I sold mine to JD. These, I mean, they're fine, but why do you? I mean, C-Dub is what 2-3 years ago now. I mean, why are still people want to upgrade their C-Dub stuff? I don't.
Because that's their Computron, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess, but
it looks good for what it is. I think it does.
Yeah, I mean the sets. I mean, they sell well. I mean, they're usually sold out. I mean, I've actually thought about buying a couple for like Bruticus or something, but I haven't. But I mean, usually when you go try to find these sets, or not these, but the Perfect Effect ones, they're sold out. So I mean, I guess they sell pretty good, or they just only make like 5 sets. But you know,
one of the things I think I've never liked this about add-on kits, like the entire time. Like, actually, that's not true. When add-on kits were first conceived for like the old Energon combiners and stuff, I'm like, okay, cool, you made like little accessories. But I think that was like the love of like kind of something new, you know, more than anything. And but like when it like these types of things, like I don't really like when you have like the hands that like fold up awkwardly and you're like, it's a gun. I'm like, nope, looks like a bunch of fingers. You know, like I really don't like that.
It's fingers.
Why are you pointing at me? I'm gonna shoot you.
I mean, like Strafe really looks like he's like ready to give someone like a pretty nasty probe there in picture 45 TCW045. If you look at it, it's the third one in, fourth one in. Like,
to be honest, I would
some gloves, man.
Shocker.
I'd buy the Superion one. Be honest,
what about? Is that the drill on the left? Nose cone? What the hell is he holding? It's like an empty bucket. He's like, oh, I got my bucket gun. That's what I hate when they do this and like these accessories can also be weapons and they're just fucking holding a bunch of fucking buckets.
Yeah. Well, look at Firefly in picture 36. He's got those big ass feet hanging from his wings. I don't like that stuff. That's stupid, right there.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I don't like that shit. That's garbage. It's like, seriously, come on. The feet are bigger than the damn plane. I mean, come on.
Perfect. No, I mean, what else are you gonna do? You know,
don't make it like, you know.
The Bruticus, or I'm sorry, Superion himself looks ridiculous. Like, it just looks like, I don't know. It's
I mean,
like
I
so
think
beefy in the upper torso.
I think it makes it look better though. Like,
Yeah,
I do think, you know, but I just can't. I mean, how much money do you need to invest into this?
I don't want to spend 50 bucks to add on to the, when he's fine for me.
Most people probably already have the other shoes for him.
Yeah, the Perfect Effect one, yeah.
So it's like.
And then they got the Dinobot one, and I mean, I like the sword, but the other stuff, he's got the Predaking hands, I guess.
It looks like the Toy World combiner. But it still has that face on the chest. Hi.
Hey guys, come outside and play.
Feed me.
Hungry hippos. I like the sword.
I'm trying to find that face on the chest.
It's on every picture, man.
Yeah, it's on every picture. Like,
Hi.
Come on, guys. Let's go outside.
Once you see it, it's like.
It's so threatening. Yeah.
It's so prominent.
There's nothing you can do to stop seeing that.
Man, they got a lot of stuff with it though, man. It comes with. Well, that's cool. It does come with weapons. It does come with the kind of G1 weapons. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Why does Grimlock have two?
Two what?
Guns. Two of his, pistols, rifles, whatever they are.
Oh, I think that's cool. I mean, the add-on weapons, Grimlock did come with weapons, and that's really shitty. But
I would love one of those. Like, if that company did like a Grimlock rifle, that would be cool.
Grimlock didn't come with weapons.
No, he did not. The Voyagers did not. Hunger didn't come with one.
Not a sword, not a gun.
No, sir.
That's your like $50 in action right there.
Dude, that makes me want to get off this phone call right now.
All right. Well, we'll see you later, Bobby. Have a good night.
Bobby.
I feel like I might need to take a lap.
Yeah.
What is not in on these?
What were we saying, Greg?
What is not included in this link, which I did try to find like a link to it, but I didn't really have time to dig through the mess that is a Facebook page for Dame Chalk to find it. But that remember that Jazz, that Hova or whatever?
Yeah.
From like way back when.
Pre-ordered.
Well, apparently that has popped back up, but under this company's name.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if they took over the project or if it's that company with a different name.
They're like, look, we're a little short.
And release that. So.
We're a little short on this whole Hova thing. I was thinking we throw some thighs on one of these fucked up things over here, and we'll just gather the dividends. Am I right?
H to the OV. I don't know. Who's in on these? Nobody? Oh, right.
Me.
I know you are, Robert.
I don't think you should get them unless it's your only combiner. Like, if you have all the others, if you've got why bother with this? But if this is all you collect, I can see you buying it. Not you, but proverbial you.
You win. That's all that matters. You win.
Did you guys meet Dame in North Carolina?
Dame Cock?
Yeah, Dame
Chalk. I know who he is, but I did not meet him.
I didn't either. We didn't get to. We're not as popular as
I was given I'm not supposed to say who he is, but that's Dame, and yeah. So.
Yeah.
Did you meet him, Bubba?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
What is that? It was circumstantial. I was in Mickey's hotel room.
Speaking of chocolate.
And he came in there. And
did you high five him? Please tell me you high fived him.
No, we had words.
You had words?
Like knife words? Like you're gonna pull a knife out words, or?
Oh. Like there's just him and I have a little bit of history, so I was like, what's the problem? You know?
Did you flinch at him?
Oh, really? And what on the boards? That kind of thing?
No, like we like. There's been times where like I've been put into a group chat with other people, right? And as soon as they put me in the group chat, he'll just leave immediately.
Maybe he's intimidated by your greatness.
And and then there'd be other things like
why you leaving all the group chats?
So well, it's like it's very circumstantial. Do you know, like it's very like coincidental. Do you know, like every time something like that pops up, like he makes a hard left. So I was like, it was all good. I met him. I was just like, is there a problem? And he was like, nope. And I was like, okay, then I'm gonna take you at that. Then I'm gonna take you at your word. Then
that's so rude of you.
Why?
Like, is there a problem?
That's up front, Robert. Was
there any intro like, hey, this is all circumstantial, but I get the feeling that you don't like me, and I'd like to understand why.
No, I know. I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me, but I was like, I wanted to make sure he could have a chance to view his voice his grievances.
Right, I heard you.
Yeah.
Nerd fight.
You feel like a real tough guy around these nerds. All you gotta say is he's got a problem, and they back right off, and then you just swell a little bit more. The head gets a little bigger.
Not at all. We left amicably. And what is it? What's the word, Robert? Amicably.
Amicably.
Amicably. My D.
Amicably.
Bobby Deluxe face.
Amlick my D.
You should have when that girl was like, "Hey, can you take a picture?" And then she was like, "I meant of us." You should be like, "Is there a problem?"
Bobby, did you flinch at him?
I knew what the problem was. That particular.
Did you flinch at him? Did you flinch at him to see if you're like,
I wouldn't do anything like that. It wasn't really aggressive. It was more inquisitive.
When he tried to walk by, did you step in front like, huh?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like, hey man, is there a motherfucking problem? It was like, hey, is there a problem?
Did you pull your shirt up and show your gun? Like, hey, we got a problem.
Aggression.
I don't have a gun, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just give me a reason.
Yeah, just give me a reason.
Show them your arm. Just give me some reasons.
This is gonna make us sound real douchey when this podcast goes up.
This is a fact. Like,
I'm just saying. Like, I think everything together is there's gonna be a TFW post.
Yes. TFW is stupid.
Dicks.
We're gonna get another Twitter attack from Russia.
I checked on TFW the other day and I didn't see us very much, so I'm ready to get back on there.
No, I mean, I thought there was an issue. I approached him, asked if there was an issue. He told me there was no issue.
You got a problem?
No. I wanted to talk to him, but his haircut fucking intimidated the shit out of me.
You're like, ooh.
I was like, this man's gonna fucking solve the zombie apocalypse.
Did he have a fancy haircut?
It was a very powerful haircut.
Were you jealous?
Was it slick back?
No.
Were you angry at him for that? Is that why you were so aggressive towards him?
No, I think that's the one day I felt very happy that I was bald.
You got a problem?
I've never felt more happy to be bald in my life.
Let me tell you something, Bobby. If you're actually interested in getting to the bottom of the issue, one of the worst things you could do is just say, "Do we have a problem?" Because if the person's a coward that's talking behind your back, they're not going to come out and open up to you. They're going to say, "Nope, nope, nope."
But here's the thing: if that's what it is,
they're still going to talk about you.
Then that's fine. That's fine. At that point, I don't care. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if that's what it is, then nothing said behind closed doors matters anymore because you had your opportunity.
Because you showed him your penis. That's why. Because he's all right.
Either.
I'm a tough guy now.
Yeah, I feel like this show could be a list of things that didn't happen by Robert D.
So, Bobby, when you clean that tub,
I have cleaned the tub.
No, you haven't.
What? I haven't cleaned it this year.
You fuck me.
Dude's on a yearly clean.
I've cleaned it in the past.
Right. Bobby cleans it once every 5 years, whether it needs it or not.
Yeah, well, I was gonna clean it recently, but then I got this shit from Cape Cod John, and now I'm like, I kind of want to put in some work before Skullfest, but I don't think I can get anything done before Skullfest. So
did John G sell you his bedroom wallpaper?
What? Dude, I'll never forget that picture he put up, and then you said, I want you to make me a cake.
That's shit. I want you to make me a cake.
Because like it just came up in my feed as like it was just that picture and then your comment. You know, like, that's all it showed. And I was like, whoa, this is great. I think I screenshot it, just saved it for myself.
All right.
Robert D, I just tagged you. There you go. You found it.
Alrighty, so we're moving on to some Hasbro news. And the first thing we have for Hasbro news is that Takara messed up. And their Fire Convoy reissue apparently has is it a recall on it? Or they're just saying we know it has a problem. They will accept return, but they are not going to replace them. They will only issue refunds. So, yeah, I mean, it's a thing. So, I guess the voice chips got switched or something like that, and I don't know what else, but whatever.
I'm not returning mine. Fuck them.
Fire God Convoy.
I mean, honestly, if you have it, like, do you really care about, like, unless you have a structural issue with it, like, who cares about the voices? I mean, if you are Japanese and you understand everything they say, sure, but, like, even then, like,
but it says Hell
batteries
Satan
and things like that, right? So.
It says Hell Satan, Justin. I don't want to hear that.
Well, didn't you buy out, Matt? It won't say anything. It's pretty amazing.
Didn't you buy a second Fort Max just for the voice clips?
No, I only have one Fort Max, and I bought that one because I preferred its voice clips. But there's no batteries in the deal.
I had two of them. I sold one of them.
Matt, where did you get your Encore from?
Which one? Oh, I didn't get it. I was kidding. I don't have this.
Oh. Well, Hobby Link Japan put out a thing today, too. I didn't post it because it's not really, like, retailer fucking policy is not really news. But Hobby Link Japan, if you send it back, they'll cover shipping costs, give you a refund. And if you want to keep it, they'll give you, like, a 25% credit, either, like, back to your card or in-store credit.
Well, that's cool. That's nice
of
them.
That's a good option.
No, I didn't.
It makes me wish I got one so I could have one in pristine shape. But I've got enough of that mold, so it's okay.
Which mold is this? Is this the RID?
Yeah, it's the RID Convoy.
Oh,
it's a good mold.
Yeah, I love the fire truck. I love the fire truck. I love that. That's a good. That was not that bad of a line. The RID, the 2001 RID, they had some good figures in there. Scourge, that was a good figure.
Yeah.
Anyways, Beast Wars things.
Alrighty, so I think that's enough of that. Let's move on to in-pack stock images of Cyberverse toys, and these are called the Cyberverse Ultra Class. So, like, I remember when Ultra Class was a thing for Hasbro. And now they're like shitty, oversized legends.
Look at that Bumblebee.
Oh my god, the Megatron, that face, I love it.
I'm getting Starscream definitely with those big old blasters or whatever those things are.
That Bumblebee.
I'm getting Starscream definitely.
Yeah, this thing's crazy. That Bumblebee, oh my god.
What's up with Stars? Look at Starscream's shoulders. What the fuck?
He's got some issues. He's like Bubby at fucking TFCon. Like, you got issues? What? We got problems?
He's got problems? He's wearing a coat. He's wearing
Toys. Is that Moss Toys, Bobby?
Is that the box?
Yeah, he borrowed those from G2 Dread One.
Nice, yeah, those big old missile pods.
You should give them back.
All right.
Yeah, these things are ugly.
Grimlock don't look that bad.
Yeah, fucking great.
He shouldn't have a mouth though, or like that.
No, just keep it the way it is. It's perfect.
No,
Needs missile pods for his shoulders. That's great.
Look at Megatron's face.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Slipstream. Oh, looks like it's gonna have that swirly plastic, Bobby.
Oh, well, I was in until that.
Oh, I thought you liked the swirly plastic. I thought you thought it looked cool.
Yeah, but I'm looking for a reason. I was looking for a reason to get out.
Well, that's a good thing. So,
You're such haters.
I think we're done with that.
Yeah, I'm hating on
Matt,
this,
I want you to get the whole line, and I want you to review all of it, like absolutely every single one of them.
You'll get like 1 million views.
Probably.
I will get my 36 views average.
I don't think so. I think you'd be surprised. It's the shit that ends up getting a lot of view. Anyway, moving on to our final stuff. We have the Powdered Primes, Nemesis Prime. Robert is obsessed with penises and has wrote Powder Penis, Nemesis Penis all over the place. So,
why does it have to be me?
You know. Because I know you, Robert. Who else would do it?
Come on now, Robert.
You did it.
I do.
Well, it also says here.
What did he say?
My chair just completely broke.
Nice.
I am laying on the ground.
Fat ass.
Too bad we don't have a video of it.
Are the kids laughing?
Yeah, Jaina came in and was asked if I was all right, and then she saw the circumstances and started laughing.
Nice. High five. Give her a high five for me.
So today, this is the episode that Bobby Skullface died from broken chair.
Azalea's gonna wear a little Sharpie necklace and see him off his chair.
Like this chair was on his last legs, right? And it had 2 of the screws, or Allen wrench, Titan screws, they had failed. And it's not that the screws had failed, but where they actually plug in had ripped away from the structure of the chair.
Damn.
And then, but I was still continued to lay back in it, because fuck it. And I was laying back in it, and the back, the back tube just snapped. And now I have, my ass is still in the chair, and my foot is still propped up on the desk where it was, but my shoulders and my head are on the ground.
I would teabag you right now.
I might actually get this the Nemesis Prime. I don't have this mold yet, but I think I would get this one.
So let me ask, what is on his head, on the Orion Pax thing? Because that's not the Orion Pax head, I don't think.
It's a crown of thorns.
Crown of thorns. I don't know. Why does he need a bird? What does he need a bird with him for? I don't. Is that laser?
Remember that Nemesis Squawk Box?
Squawk Box, yes.
It's from the Arms Mycon.
Okay.
In alt mode, you see the alt mode? He's got the sword on his trailer. Why is there a rat laying on the sword?
That's another
the
sword.
other sword.
It does look like a rat, though. Do y'all remember the movie Krull?
Yeah, what do you mean, do y'all remember that?
I want a replica of that fucking the boomerang thing or whatever.
That killed people too, it was just real. I think they made that.
Oh, what's his face was in it? Oh, fucking what's his name?
If Pinkerton wore a wool vest, a furry vest, and put a Cyclops eye on his forehead, I'm just saying, he would pass. He could pass. Oh, Bobby's not even on the show anymore.
No, he died. I told you.
He's like, Laura, my chair, Laura.
Oh no, it had Liam Neeson in it. He was in it. He was one of the guys that.
Was he the Cyclops?
No, he was one of the guys in that gang that went with them. That I think he got killed in the quicksand or something.
That was such a good movie. Stuff like that would tempt me with a hot toy, but
Oh yeah, I wish they would just really, maybe do a reboot of the movie.
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
Yeah.
Greg, did you like Krull, Greg?
I don't really remember it.
Oh man,
what?
That's one of my favorite movies. He had a tiger.
Starfighter.
That's a good one too.
Greg,
Justin, did you like Krull?
I'm sorry, did I like what?
Did you like Krull?
I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
they're in their 30s. They're in their 30s.
Dude,
you guys need to see some Krull.
That movie's so. He's got Kenny Loggins playing
with the fucking
lead.
With the horses that could ride in the air.
Yes.
Fire prints in the air. That movie, for its time, it does need a reboot. That shit was good.
Yeah, I was 2 when this came out, so I definitely didn't see this.
Oh man!
What about Last Starfighter? Did you guys see that?
Nope.
I'd say,
of course.
Yeah. Play the game too.
I wonder about
Did you win?
No.
They're getting ready to reboot it.
Krull?
You were saying I hope we reboot Krull.
No, Last Starfighter.
Did you see Krull, Bobby?
Did you like Krull, Bobby?
Yeah. It's good.
Would you like a replica of the boomerang?
No.
Pinkerton for Halloween. All he needs is a furry vest and like a cyclops on his forehead. And like
it had Liam Neeson in it. He was, one of the members.
Did you think that was a good movie, Bobby? Krull?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Kenny Loggins was the lead role.
No, he wasn't. Was he?
That guy was Kenny Loggins. No, it's not really Kenny Loggins, but he looks like him.
What about Enemy Mine? Did you like Enemy Mine?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Chisma.
Don't do that.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
And Louis Gossett Jr.?
Nice, yes.
You never saw Enemy Mine, you jerk. What about Justin and Greg? You guys see Enemy Mine?
No.
Go back. Wow. Who's getting powder penis? Anybody getting powder penis?
No.
Okay. Moving on. Oh, we're done.
MP Collector was like, Robert D, you like Dune?
That's the news.
There it is.
Man, y'all are so fun.
Who wants to read the questions?
Bubba.
All right.
On his stool now.
Well, it's not as I'm on a chair. It just doesn't have a back anymore.
I bet he's in a
stool.
It also doesn't have a seat. It's only a pull.
Bobby, you have one of those standing desks, Bobby? Are you from Brooklyn? You have a standing desk?
Yes. Dude, this chair is fucked. I'm putting it as the backdrop for this week. Fuck the tub.
Put it in the tub and then take it.
Yeah, definitely put it in the tub. And then you get in there with the tub with the mask on and just sit there and
For this week's discussion, I was thinking it would be fun to have each of you identify your favorite Muppet. It can be a character from the Muppets proper, or it could be from Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, or any other Muppet character created by Jim or Brian Henson. I would be willing to bet that Robert D is either a Fozzie Bear or a Gonzo kind of guy, but I could venture a guess for the rest. But I couldn't venture a guess for the rest of you. MP Collector.
Nice.
I might as well go first. No, it's not Fozzie Bear or Gonzo. I liked Animal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So predictable.
That's how he lets his kid act.
Animal!
With the marker.
Whatever, Bobby. I wasn't afraid of Gorgs growing up.
Gorgs?
Remember we were talking about Fraggle Rock, those big things?
Oh, is that what
in the backyard, they were scary.
I didn't say they were scary.
Oh, the trash?
They were creepy.
Gobo would have to go by the Gorgs to get to the trash heap.
Trash heap. Pizza.
The trash heap has spoken. Yeah.
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 For me, it's easily the River Bottom Nightmare Band.
They are awesome.
They are fucking awesome.
Dun, 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 dun,
dude, that weasel fucking goes for it. Yeah.
What about the fucking fish in the tank in the back of the car?
Somebody hit me up recently. I think it was MP Collector was talking about the River Bottom Nightmare Band. He like knew the names of the fucking River Bottom members. I was like, damn.
Wait, don't you mix the name up with something else? You call it something else by accident.
I call it River Island because there's a apartment complex right near where I grew up. It's called River Island, so I always call it River Island Nightmare Band. Hold up. He said, yeah. He said, you even specified Stanley Weasel. And then he said most people only remember Chuck Stoat, the bear, or Howard Snake. See, he knows all the names of those fucking guys. I only knew that they were the River Bottom Nightmare Band. They were fucking badass.
Riverbots.
And the bear used to hit it with a River Bottom Nightmare Band.
Look at the birds up in the trees.
Dude, he was fucking slick.
See, shit like that, I would get dolls of.
Slick
Rick. Some hot dolls. That's Krull.
Muppet baby. Oh, I'd definitely get some Krull shit.
I would get some sort of. If they did action figures of the River Bottom Nightmare Band, I would 100% get them.
Just call them dolls. Come on.
Okay. If they did dolls, I don't know. Dolls. When you say dolls in my head, I'm thinking $250 a pop. I'm not doing $250 a pop on River Bottom Nightmare Band.
If they had real hair and stuff like the bear, they'd have to be like the Muppets, you know. Not like stick your hand in their ass, like like regular scale, like the rest of the dolls. But
yeah, no, I'm not. I don't want to spend $250.
All I have to say is your Harley Quinn review. When you started going over the bracelets and the necklace and then the purse, and then you tried to see if the purse opened, I was like, okay, this dude's collecting Barbie dolls right now.
This dude's got some Barbies.
My daughter did the same thing with her accessories in a dream house an hour ago.
Dude, I asked him if he got if he's gonna get the Malibu dream house.
You liking these bracelets? Say Big Papa. And they're spiky and gold, whatever they're called. They're bracelets. Does this purse open? I don't see a hinge.
I wish it opened so we could put her.
He tried to open it. He's like, "Oh, bummer."
So a lot of
bummer.
A lot of that shit does open up, though. Like if Finn wears the man purse, his shit opens up.
Just make tampons in it.
Who? Harley or?
Squishy boobs.
Finn? No, you put these little bombs in it.
My favorite is from Sesame Street. I like Snuffleupagus. It was always my favorite.
Surprise me. I'm not even slightly surprised by Matt's answer there.
Why is that? Because I don't like to be seen.
I just feel like it's like big, snuggly,
It's called me a fat ass. Thank you.
Whatever, man.
Matt,
I lost 6 pounds. I lost 6 pounds last week. I'm up to 20.
Matt, you're snuggly as fuck.
You're down. What are you down to, Matt?
20 pounds now.
Look at that.
So
nice.
I hope I lose more this week. I'll weigh in Friday. But yeah, I always for some reason like Snuffleupagus.
What about Cookie Monster?
Yeah. I love Fraggle Rock though. Fraggle Rock was the shit. I love the little fucking dozer guys. I wonder why. I always waited for them to pull out a gun and shoot all the Fraggles because they kept eating their shit. And I know they wanted to cuss them out real bad, but I love the little green guys. So that's fine. So yeah.
All right, so I guess I'll do mine. I too am an Animal fan. I love Animal.
Nice.
And I do like I like his band too. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. I don't know if you. One of my favorite things, I think it was Robot Chicken, where they're like, "Where are they?" Like after the Muppet Show or something like that. And oh man, it was so funny. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure listeners do, but on this show, I don't know. But yeah, it's fantastic. Greg, how about you?
I don't know shit about any Muppets except Muppet Babies.
Well, then you know something about Muppets.
Muppet.
I don't remember any of their fucking names.
I don't think that's true.
Do you like Sesame Street?
I like the mom who you never saw her above the knee. She was in witness protection. Her nanny, yeah, whatever.
She's got some pretty good fan fiction, I think.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, I don't.
Nice.
I don't have the proper protection on my computer to go to those websites.
Swedish Chef was cool.
Dude, you know a lot about.
Dude, you remember the fucking?
Greg's one of the old guys in the balcony. That's Greg.
Oh,
That's
I love
Greg.
those guys too.
Hey, Sesame Street. Remember the yip, ring, ring, ring.
I love those guys too.
Alien
Yeah.
guys?
The aliens.
They were fantastic. I love the aliens.
Yep.
I think I blocked all that shit on my memory. The only thing I really remember clearly from Sesame Street as a kid was some little video about not wasting water. And they had a song. It was like, "Don't waste water, 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 water."
I'm calling
You
bullshit
flush the
on
toilet.
that.
I think that's the Flint, Michigan anthem.
I am calling it Tyler F's favorite Jim Henson character is Beaker.
Did you watch the documentary on Netflix about Flint, Michigan?
No, I want
I think
to
it's
though.
called
I mean, I know
Flint
that that town's in real trouble.
Yeah, it's a good documentary. I recommend.
No,
it.
I'm sure.
I think everybody watched Sesame Street. I'm calling bullshit on that, Greg.
I hated Sesame Street.
I didn't say I didn't watch
heard.
Sesame Street. I said I blocked it out of my memory.
I block you out of my memory.
Okay. Peace.
Fuck you. Nice to meet you.
Hey, how you doing? What's your name?
Dude, let's listen to the River Autumn Nightmare Band. River Island Nightmare Band. Let's see. Hello again, SCU. I hope you are. Actually, let me do. There's this one that.
Have we been dodging one for like 10 years?
Yeah, I'm gonna read this one right here. What's up?
2020.
What's up, guys? Started listening on iTunes around episode 207 and found out Podbean had the whole catalog available, so I downloaded them all and get to enjoy about 4 to 5 episodes a day and loving it. I just recently got back into Transformers, concentrating mainly on MPs after being away since the G1 era. What would each of you guys consider your must-haves out of the third-party and Takara Masterpiece offerings? Thanks for all the work and time you put out for the listeners. Paul Rossi. Boy.
What's a must-have? Just one?
Fans Toys Dinos.
No, he's must-haves. Yeah, Fans Toys Dinos.
Seekers.
Probably Fans Toys Omega, Takara Optimus and Takara Megatron. Probably the Make Toys Seekers. There's a fucking lot.
All the Carbots from Takara. Like not like Inferno and stuff like that personally, but like, you know.
Do you think that
Prowl
Blue Streak? Yeah, I agree with Prowl, but do you think that Blue Streak is a must-have and Smokescreen is a must-have?
No, well, Smokescreen, yes. I think Smokescreen is. I don't think Blue Streak is. It's not because Smokescreen is like this like awesome reputable character. It's just because like he's so like unique. Like Blue Streak is Prowl minus the light bar, right? Without a question, and a different paint job. And then like Smokescreen is that Nissan Z with a bunch of extra stuff on it. And like for that reason, I think he's worth having.
Oh, I definitely think he's worth having. I just don't know if I put him in the must-haves.
I think I would.
Anything Fans Toys except for Spindrift, really.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Wheelchair.
And Weird Wolf. I don't feel like Weird Wolf is a must-have.
Because it's his feet and shoulders.
No, I mean, I don't even know if the character... You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if the character warrants a must-have.
Wheelcheck, Ironhide.
For me, I think it comes down to the importance of the character and then how well the toy is executed. Like, they both have to hit a high mark.
Like, I think
that Make Toys contact shot is really well executed, but I don't think the character's worth a fuck, so it's like, you don't need that.
Yeah, he doesn't shoulder past anyone, really. MP Soundwave, you have to have that.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I don't think you have to have MP Shockwave necessarily. That's up in the air.
I agree.
Because I think Quake Blast is the best of the three, just aesthetically.
Oh, God.
But that's all just subjective.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Quake Wave, Quake Blast, or Soundwave are all viable options for a representation of Soundwave for your MP collection. Like, I don't think that the Takara one smashes the competition, you know? Unlike the Megatron, where I feel like the Megatron does. If you want that cartoon representation, like I feel like the Megatron smashes the competition.
Coronation Starscream, I think, is a must.
No.
Any of the Seekers right now, even the Make Toys, none of them are, I think, cut above the rest. I mean, a lot of people sell their old Seekers for the Make Toys, but
you're talking about must-haves. You had to have a Seeker.
Yeah, but the figure also has to be like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's got to be both. I would think like the toy has to be the shit also.
I'm the Gonix.
Definitely.
I'm the Gonix. Ollie. Mechaform. Skyfire.
Anything I gear. No. Okay. No.
TFC Detective.
Tetrajets.
Actually, I do kind of think you need this.
You know what's funny? I feel like the DX9...
They were in the first episode.
The DX9 Rodimus is so good just as a toy. It's a must-have, even though it's a misfit.
I love the self-contained transformation of that trailer into that toy. I think
I want to review that guy. I have not reviewed Carrie. I will review Carrie because he is so fucking sweet. I think the 86 movie, Cup, Blur, Springer, Ultra Magnus.
Which Blur?
I'm going with the ones out right now.
So you think the unique? I'm asking. You think the Unique Toys buzzing is a must-have?
Yeah, to finish out the cast, yeah.
Put Fans Toys and Titans Returns.
and of course,
you're right, Titans Returns.
SXS.
All right, God damn it.
I don't know if it's a must-have. I don't know, but
see, that's the tricky thing about it. It's like it's easy to say what characters you need, but it's not necessarily easy to say of what we have available. What are the must-haves?
I think Constructor is a must-have.
I think Constructor is a must-have as well.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
The clear one too, not just the regular one, the clear one.
And also the MMC Overlord. But I mean, he doesn't really have any competition.
I don't know if that character is a must-have.
Right.
Yeah, I think if you are a fan of things like Last Stand of the Wreckers, he's a must-have. But
Absolutely agree.
If you don't know it, then like if that's not, it doesn't stick out to you, then I don't think it's a big deal.
But then you need the DJG crew too, also.
DJG.
You like that stuttering guy?
Decepticon Justice Gang.
And depending on what you collect. I think Unique Toys Perukill is something you need to have in your collection, just if you're a transforming robot fan.
Well, see, I think that I'm on the borderline making the same argument for that Flames Toys Drift.
This is true. You're gonna get an erection when you open it.
Oh, I have no doubt. I already know. Like,
please photograph it.
He's already getting in the robe already and getting lotion out. He's gonna tear it up.
But I can't. For me, it's funny. Like, Transformers is a thing where, like, the quantity matters. Like, having the full cast matters. So, like, and I just can't do this full cast is like 300 characters or some shit. Like, I can't do 300 characters at $300 a pop.
Oh, yes, you can.
They're not even going to make them, you know?
You go to chairs like nothing.
How about an MMC Predaking?
I don't think so. Not for an MP.
Yeah, not anymore. Like 5 years ago, definitely.
Right.
Now, absolutely not. Like, I'm waiting for someone to come out with one that's like Unique Toy or Toy World Devastator scaled.
Yeah, me too.
That looks good. Like, as soon as that hits, I feel like the MMC one is off to eBay. So.
Yeah.
Well, what about Warbitron then?
Nope.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, I sold my regular Warbitron for the knockoff just because it's sized appropriately for me.
I think the only combiner that's a must-have at this point in time is
Toy World.
Toy World.
Yeah, I can say that
for an MP collector. So,
well, these are just MP questions, just for MP scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, third party and masterpiece.
And honestly, I think you can make the argument that there is no combiner outside of Devastator who is a must-have.
That's I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Sunstreaker.
Bobby, you can just say I agree.
I don't even know if Sunstreaker is a must-have character. I mean,
I think. Well, I'm not. Okay, not just for the character, just for the toy itself, because it's different from what everything else is. Except for Megatron, that's when they started switching up. I think for if you want a posable, nice-looking MP, I think Sunstreaker is really a great figure.
I mean, I agree.
I think if you make the decision for your collection that Sideswipe is must-have, then Sunstreaker is 100% must-have.
That I agree with, but I don't think Sideswipe is. I think, like, if we're talking season 1, my personal opinion, character-wise, would be Prime, Jetfire, Ironhide, Prowl, Jazz, Bumblebee. And then for bad guys, Megs, Shockwave, Soundwave, Starscream, Constructor.
Reflector.
When you say Soundwave, I assume you collectively mean Laserbeak and Ravage and crew. At least Rumble, Ravage, and Laserbeak.
Laserbeak, yeah. What about Reflector? Too?
No, I don't think Reflector. I mean, like me personally,
Season 1? Okay. Personally, okay.
I don't think he's a must-have.
I think you could get away with Reflector just buying like a little reflector in its camera mode from something. Yeah. You don't even need the character.
Starscream's hand and it's good enough.
Right. I mean, is this question basically like, okay, let's assume you're not a completist and you don't need all the characters?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that he's just getting started, right? So he wants to get the big pieces, the most important pieces. And for me, like you can have a nice Transformer collection and not be a completionist. Like if you have those from season 1, season 2, I don't even know. Like the Dinobots, you need the Dinobots as well.
Insecticons. I mean, anything Fans Toys really, except for Spin.
I don't know if the Insecticons are must-haves.
No, they were in a bunch. Yeah, I think Insecticons are much.
Blaster? I don't know, man. Blaster, I agree with.
And the Junkions. The Junkions, I think.
I don't think you need Junkions. Maybe Wreck-Gar, but I don't think you need Junkions. And Wreck-Gar really isn't. He's only in the movie, really. He like pops up here and there in the show afterwards.
Okay, so you got some new got some new stuff coming up.
Miss those. I just thought about that. Yeah, they have renders of the. Well, thank you.
The 4. Four.
Yeah, they have renders of the 4.
I think you need I think you need both Junkions because, like, it displays really well to have Wreck-Gar sitting on the motorcycle.
That's fair. That's fair, but I don't think it's a must-have.
Well, that's if you're only going. I think it's a must only if you're going for the 86 crew.
It sounds like
if you're not going for the 86 crew, then I don't think he's at all. I mean,
it sounds like this. Were we on mute?
Well, no, I was trying to get off mute, but I had my hands full with my peanuts.
Did you say peanuts?
Yes, my peanuts. So if you think the 2 Junkions that are out now are must-haves, what about the other 4 that are coming out?
Yes, I do. I would love it. I would love a Junkion shelf because they're a fucking mob.
How about like 130 of them?
Yeah, I feel like there's a different
Dancing
answer,
in circles.
though.
That's a different answer. See, I think this guy, he's got a bunch of Detox coming. And he knows he doesn't want to crowd those Detox.
Right.
I'd suggest an air fryer and an Instant Pot.
And an Omega Super.
Omega in the corner, sideways.
So many people are talking shit about the Fans Toys Omega like it's just they all have bad hits.
Oh, yeah, it's the DX9. Ever since DX9 come out, everybody's like, fuck Fans Toys
But
Omega.
apparently DX9, you need, the joints don't move. They're like, Bobby, they don't move.
Yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to fuck with one, so I don't know.
Octuple Zero, send him one.
Is he getting it?
He will now.
The only Omega
bald people, solid.
I haven't heard any issues with is the Wei Zhang.
Wei Zhang.
No, I'm just kidding. I think it was like fucking garbage.
I was like, what?
Ooh.
My Omega's fine. I mean, it's not like I play with my figures, but I'm not gonna play with a 2-foot tall Omega Supreme very much. Like that thing's not even here. That's still on my desk at work. I just don't have anywhere to put it. But I wanted to buy him before, he inevitably sold out and people wanted, $900.
You have to have Omega too. I mean, he's a iconic character.
Omega.
I don't think
Is he
iconic.
Those Flames Toys.
You don't think
figures,
Omega's iconic?
Not in the scheme of this question, no. I don't think so.
Those Flame Toys figures are so good. They're kind of like must-haves. Like the Drill. Yeah, it's so good.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it might be.
Bobby, is that Justice League thing worth $80?
Is what? Yeah, I don't know. I never messed with it. I know that they were clearanced out on BBTS and people bought them and a lot of people sold them and I don't know. I just don't know. The Batmobile, like that remote control Batmobile.
Yeah, like the BB-8, like use the app.
Yes, somebody just hit us up. I don't want to put the name out there because they're always looking for gifts and shit for friends of theirs. But if that
what?
Yeah, forget it, Robert, because you'll fucking make a big deal out of it and fuck it up. So just forget it.
No, who?
You heard
exactly.
Somebody always asks you for gifts. Yeah. Bobby doesn't give gifts.
No.
Bobby
gifts.
Gets
gifts like
no, they want our opinions on what kind of gift to get people.
Gifts.
No, yeah, gifts.
Gifts.
The little videos that have no sound, where like
Bobby, can you just say Fans Toys really quick so I can make a GIF out of it?
It's like a cat coming out of a tree.
GIFs?
Yeah, GIFs.
GIFs?
Jiffy Pop.
You know what actually is pronounced GIF?
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. Next you'll be telling me Frenzy's blue.
Isn't that obnoxious though?
Yeah, people that think Frenzy's blue, yeah, they're fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, that's obnoxious also, I agree.
Don't feed me any of that. It's not blue. It's chartreuse and purple.
Don't you think it should Don't think it should be GIF?
It should
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
I say GIF. I say GIF.
I say GIFs too.
Yeah, it's not.
I say
GIF.
meme too.
It's GIF. They had like the guy. I saw like an
Meme.
interview with the guy on some fucking morning show. The guy that like originated it, and he was like, "It's GIF," and I was like, "Well, that sucks."
I'm like, you're a fucking communist.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
His name Jorge with a J.
Hello again, SCU. I hope you all are well. We all have guilty pleasures, things that we do not necessarily share with others, be it songs, movies, TV shows, what have you. Shit just absolutely embarrasses you to tell others. That being said, what are each of your guilty pleasures? One each of a song, movie, television show, cartoon, and toy line. To kick it off, my list is for song, Steal My Sunshine by Lynn. Movie, but I'm a cheerleader. What can I say? I have a thing for Clea Duvall. The movie is garbage, but I still watch. TV show, the Syphil and Ollie show. I don't know what a short-lived sock puppet show that aired back on MTV. Oh, I do vaguely remember that. Cartoon, Drawn Together, an animated reality show that used an air on Comedy Central about a decade ago. And lastly, Toyline, Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. They were fucking badass. Thanks for all the great stories and laughs. Looks forward to your answers, Josh.
Mr. Fisher. Don't erase that.
No, just erase his shit, not the question.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm embarrassed. Like I do like a fair amount of pop songs that like.
Oh, I do too.
I call it highway music.
Bobby, you're a fire.
No, I don't like that one. But I do like who's that? Katy Perry, right?
Ah, there you go.
Okay, so I do like some songs like so just about any pop like act that you can think of, not like necessarily currently, but from like 5 to 10 years ago, like I probably like at least 1 or 2 songs by. So like Katy Perry, I like
Pink.
There's some song about like it's like a whole bunch of yoga shit in it, like I forget the name of it, and then I like Extraterrestrial by Katy Perry as well.
I like that song too, but only the music video version with Kanye, and specifically that version, the one that's on the album, I don't like as much, even though it has like things are in a different order, and like I don't know, I like how it was on the music video better than the actual.
Yeah, I like both, but I prefer the one with Kanye as well. What about other guys? First,
what about a movie? He wants one of each. Song,
yeah, no,
movie.
I was just gonna do the songs first and then go back. Movie. A movie. I don't like. I like the Ewok Caravan of Trash. I like episode 1. You know, I like.
We can't be friends anymore, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, I do. Like, and I know it's not good, but I fucking enjoy it.
Are you an angel?
I like the Garbage Pail Kid movie.
Sand.
You know, I know that that's trash. Like, if it's on, I'll sit and watch it. I like, truthfully, I like Batman and Robin and Batman Forever.
Yes.
And I know they're not good, but I enjoy it.
Bobby, it was nice to have that information about you.
Batteries included.
Time to put the bet on ice. Television show. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, so I don't even know.
Jersey Shore.
No. I like Maury when they do Are You the Father?
That's every episode.
That's every episode.
Okay. Well, I like that.
You just sounded so like an old man.
I like a cartoon. I don't know if I have any that I'm embarrassed about, really.
Transformers.
I think I like the Care Bears movie.
Of course you do.
The cartoon one where they find like their cousins that were like Care Bears, but they were all sorts of different animals.
You'd be Bad Luck Bear.
That's probably true.
Oh, you're talking about Battle Beast?
No, Shamrock.
And then Toy line, guilty pleasure wise, probably my NECA old school Planet of the Apes figures. Like they're terrible, but they're nice sculpts and nice paint per usual. But they're terrible figures, and I really quite enjoy them.
Sure as hell wasn't I King Kong.
No.
$5.
All right, somebody else.
So I'll go next, I guess, because why not? Nobody else is answering. This is my moment to shine. There we go. It's ruined. But I don't know. Like songs, I don't know. I mean, probably same thing like Bobby says. There's a lot of pop songs that I'm like, it's fine, you know, like, and they don't bother me and whatever. I probably wouldn't admit it to other people, like, oh, I hate this crap. Like, Miley Cyrus, get her out of here. And I'm like, but that song's kind of okay.
Look around
you know?
Yeah, there's a Taylor Swift song that I like, man. That like I'm always like jamming out to if I hear it, and I'm like, yeah, turn this dumb shit off. Am I right, guys? And in my head, I'm like, don't turn it off.
Exactly.
You roll up the windows, you look around, make sure nobody's around. And you're like, yes,
I can't remember what song it was.
Up.
I can't remember what song it was. It was the one. It was the single that was after the haters gonna hate, takers, bakers gonna bake, all that shit. It was the one after that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the one after that. I can't remember it though.
And the other thing, like, I mean, going to music, like, I'm sure we've all had the moment where you have some song on because you're driving and you can just let it go, and then like you pull up to a stoplight and you like do that, turn it down because you don't want anybody really to know that you're like listening.
No, rock that shit, dude. Turn that shit up and start
especially
singing.
Like, you know, like I'm white as white can be, but like when I'm listening to rap, like it makes me super uncomfortable to like pull up. You know, I'm like, oh, turn that down. Like, hi sir, how are you? You know,
Are you like the guy in Office Space in the beginning?
100%, 100% like Office Space.
Hitting your locks on your doors.
Yeah, so that would be true. Movie that I love, Never Ending Story. No, just kidding. I hate that movie.
No, you know you do. Don't lie.
I hate it.
He's like, no, it's Never Ending Story 2.
Yeah,
no,
Never Ending
there's
Story
3
2.
of
I
them.
love that one.
Thing.
I can't think of any movie that I'm like, yes, I love this movie, and I'm embarrassed to say I love it. I don't know.
Pacific Rim.
I guess I can say I didn't hate the newer Ghostbusters. Like, I didn't hate it.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it because I went in with such low expectations. I'm like, it's fine. You know, like
was it the queef joke?
I don't remember that one. I'd have to go back and see it. But
You don't remember the queef joke?
not off the top
No,
of my
thank
head.
God
no.
I don't.
Where she was making Karen Wig would have Kristen Wiig listen to the recording of the ghost, and it was a fart sound. And then she was
Oh,
like,
I kind of
from
remember
the front.
that one. Yeah. No, but I mean, like, it was fine. Like, I think what I enjoyed about it was like all the cameos of people who were associated with the original that were still alive, and like, I'm like, it's fine. Like, if I pretend the original didn't exist, it's okay. So, but the original is superior. So I guess that's a perfect guilty pleasure because most people don't like it. Television show, again, same kind of deal. I do know that back in the day, is like, I guess it was like the end of middle school when like Power Rangers came out, and everybody's like, yeah, Power Rangers for kids. I'm like, yeah, fuck Power Rangers. Like, I'm gonna go home and watch this thing when I get so like,
I'm going home and getting some cheese and crackers and watch Power Rangers.
So then you come back in the next day and you're in like, wood shop in like 7th grade. Everyone's like, fuck Power Rangers. You're like, yeah, they suck. And then you're like, okay, I gotta go see what's going on with the Green Ranger. So see you guys later. Definitely that. Cartoon, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I can't answer cartoon because I don't know. I have no clue.
The real Ghostbusters?
No, 'cause that's not shit. That's really good.
Oh, Ninja Turtles.
There was a cartoon that I
Also
loved as a
really good.
kid that I was like uncomfortable about sharing with people. It was called Water Babies.
I don't know.
Snorks.
That's making fun of babies right there.
Snorks?
You got big head water
I'm
babies.
telling you, I'm pretty sure it was called Water Babies.
I
It
love
was
Snorks.
Did they have giant heads? Bobby?
Shut up. They it started off as like a live action movie, and then like they jumped in the water and it turned into like an animated movie.
Big waterhead babies.
Maybe I don't have it right because a whole bunch of dolls just came up under images.
That's cabbage.
Nope, here it is. The Water Babies. It was called the Water Babies. That is crazy.
Was that
Water
Dragon cartoon?
babies. They're
What
not
was-
gonna live very long.
Ooh, you can sing and draw.
And let's see what else. I mean, Toy Line. I mean, GoBots. Definitely. Like, I mean, is that a question? I don't think there's any other toy line that I'm like, yes, these are awesome.
Well, that you're embarrassed about.
Yeah, but I mean,
GoBots.
I'm not embarrassed
Rescue
about
Bots.
anything I collect.
Rescue Bots. Rescue Bots.
No, because even then, like, there's a purpose
Rescue Bots are
behind them
alright.
to me. Like,
You're not a proud Rescue Bot collector.
sure I am. I always go and look. I'm like, oh, did I make any new ones? Which they have, and I'm like, yeah, they're kind of crap looking compared to the original ones.
You always explain it away by views. You're like, hey, they get a lot of views.
They do get a lot of views. I'll say that the new ones do suck. They are not good. The original ones, to me, were an interesting concept because of the fact that they teach motor skills. So that's the entire reason to love them.
They don't treat drawing skills.
Yeah, so I have no answer for whatever is out there that embarrasses me. Like, I'm pretty open about the things I collect.
Yeah. I actually, on a side note, I was walking in my neighborhood. I found a wood carving artist has a storefront, and if I had time, next time I go, I'm gonna walk in and ask how much for a totem pole.
Oh yeah, you were saying on the last episode, I need to find a wood carver.
And I walked by one. I just didn't have fucking time to go in and talk. How much did that cost? Not an 8-foot totem pole. What if it was like a 3-foot totem pole? Yeah. What do you think that should cost? Like $3,000?
$89.99. What? I don't know.
I think like $3,000 probably to carve.
Who processes that shit out anyway? What the fuck?
Be an artist. You go right up your ass.
I guess I'll go next. I guess songs, whatever. I like Spice Girls and Hanson. I'll turn that shit up.
Matt's got this shit. He pulled the list
out. I'll do. Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want. Really want.
You really like that jam?
Oh yeah. I'll sing that shit all the time, man. Fuck it. I don't care. Plus they're hot too. Spice Girls are hot.
Which is your favorite Spice Girl?
Probably Ginger. I love the redhead. I like the redhead.
But they have no soul.
No, they don't. But I don't care. When you're banging them, you don't have to bang their soul.
Oh my God.
Movie. I like a movie called She's All That. Or not. No, She's All That.
Wow. Well, you know what's funny is we should have guessed that like your guilty pleasures would be extra guilty because like your regular pleasures are kind of trash.
Just like your chair is trash.
My chair is trash. You're right about that.
No, there's a movie called what's that movie I like? Fuck.
Say anything.
I don't know. Oh, She's Out of My League or whatever. It's got that Olive Eve or something, whatever. She was in Star Trek. Alice Eve, the blonde that showed her boobs. Or, the bra and panty girl. Remember that girl? In Star Trek? Okay. Anyways, television show. She-Ra. I love some She-Ra. Cartoon. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Television show. God, what's that? I love... anybody watch Law & Order? SVU? Anybody watch that ever?
I was in law school and in a seminar class, and somebody mentioned Law and Order, and I was like, I've never seen it. And this guy was like, he subsequently became a DA, but he was like, you've never seen Law and Order? And then all the other students turned around and gasped.
Well, I like the SVU one. It's the Special Victims Unit. It's where rape and other stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, but I love it. Yes.
Dun dun.
I like that. Dun, dun. But anyways, the cartoon.
Netflix ripped that shit off. They just changed the pitch. You notice that?
Did they? No, I didn't notice that. Huh. Fuck Netflix.
I really liked Sex and the City too. It's kind of a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, but would you have watched that if you didn't have Ballora in your?
No, I wouldn't even known about it. But like she was into it and she watched it and like I was definitely like remember such and such comes on tonight. Like,
this gets me laid.
No, it wasn't that. I just ended up liking it.
Let's pull up some glasses of wine with no stems.
You know what? I'll throw one in, and I only watch it because of Badell. But like she likes The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and like I just like to see the train wrecks.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's definitely the worst so far.
I used to like watching Survivor. Survivor was good. I used to watch it.
Who wants to go next?
Oh, I didn't finish, but anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about Toyland.
Cartoon I would like. God damn. I just had it.
Armada.
No.
All right.
I forgot what the cartoon I liked. Beast Wars. Yeah, Beast Wars.
Beast Machines.
Oh
Beast
God, that's a terrible one.
Energon.
I would accept that answer if someone said Beast Machines.
They're all good, man. Fuck y'all.
No, that is definitely not good.
Beast Machines was kind of hippie kind of stuff. Toyline. I'm not embarrassed about any Toyline. I mean, most of them are, all good. Everything. So. Oh, cartoon Captain Planet.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
That's mine. Robert or Greg?
Go ahead, Greg.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying go ahead, Greg.
Well, I thought he said Robert. I mean Greg. I thought that's what he said.
He called you Robert.
Oh, fucking motherfucker. I'm not really ashamed of a lot of things I like. So it's
Cake.
hard. Cake's big around here. I didn't realize they had albums. We've done this before.
No, actually, cake. No, actually, the food cake.
No, I
don't. I'm a fan of pie.
Oh, I love pie.
Chocolate pie.
What's your favorite pie, Greg?
Key lime or an apple.
Chocolate?
Just because it's wholesome.
Apple pie's good.
Cobbler or crumb?
Cobbler. Blueberry or blackberry or a combination of the two.
Cherry?
I'm not really a fan of cherry cobbler.
Pumpkin pie.
More sweet potato.
Poutine pie.
Poutine pie?
Poutine.
Oh, I love poutine.
I think he said poutine.
Oh.
Poutine pie.
Yeah,
Poutine.
I kind of want poutine pie. Poutine.
Nom 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 nom. Chocolate pie.
So I'm not gonna say one way or the other, but if Lorde comes on the radio, I might not turn it down.
Yeah,
I might actually turn it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of a fan. I heard an interview with her on a podcast, and it was like just the most random thing for her to be the guest. But
isn't it true that she's like rich? She was raised by wealthy parents, and she's singing about coming from a poor neighborhood.
When did she sing about coming from a poor neighborhood?
Never had a dollar to my name. Money
that whole song is about making fun of the tropes in popular music. Actually, if you hear her talk about that song, it's actually pretty neat. Like the choices of like the wording and things, like just what they're talking about, they're kind of making fun of like tropes in popular music. And then the way that like they word it.
Did he just hang up on us? I'm sorry. I was on mute. Hello, can you hear me?
There.
I was on mute. He's on mute. Yes, he's on mute.
I thought I heard a cat for a second.
His Xbox might have went to sleep.
The Cringer, don't hit mute. Not until I give you the cue. Unmute, Greg. Hello.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I forget I have to jiggle the stick on the Xbox controller before it turns off.
Jiggle it.
Just a little bit.
What was the last thing you heard?
Jiggle.
You're like, I like meow. Click.
Pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate.
You heard meow? Where did you hear meow?
Meow.
Both the cats are upstairs with.
It might just have been coincidental, but it totally sounded like a meow.
You're a super trooper.
Oh, both the cats are upstairs in bed with Kit.
Where's the hedgehog?
She's in her cage. She needs to come out soon for worms. Yeah. So anyway, that I'm not going to repeat myself, but if you check out the Mark Maron podcast, she's a guest on. Like, you get some really cool insight, and like, it's not like you're listening to what is she, like 18? Like, she seems older. I don't know. Like, just some of the shit she says is kind of cool. But anyway, whatever. What's the next category?
Movie.
Oh, the He-Man movie.
Nice.
But I'm not ashamed of that.
Yeah.
I promote that. So I will say one thing I'm kind of ashamed about, Bobby. I meant to tell you before the show. I haven't had a chance to finish it, but I watched the first half of Justice League, and I didn't hate it.
Yeah. It's.
I didn't love it.
I hear you.
I didn't hate it like I did Batman vs Superman.
My so for what it's worth, I enjoy Batman vs Superman far more than Justice League, but I feel like Justice League isn't as bad as it should have been. That's like the best way I can describe it.
The end was bad. That was what's wrong.
The end is the worst, but that's Jose. Hey, batters up, bats. Knock him out the park, Soups. Like that sort of shit. Like, get out of here.
What's really dumb is how Superman's like, I can kill this guy in 5 seconds. In fact, I almost just did. But let me fly away and help 5 people.
Well, he doesn't. He helps far more than 5. I mean, he picks up
10.
Far more than 10, Robert.
And Flash was kind of a douche. He wasn't very Flash, you know? Like, Flash doesn't trip. That's the whole thing about Flash.
He's just getting started. He's just getting started, though.
Was he, though? I mean, he was just getting started? I thought he ran around fast all the time. Did Flash?
No, he was saying. He says in the movie, he's like, I haven't really done much. I've just kind of pushed some people and ran. And
well, in terms of fighting. No, he means in terms of attacking people.
I understand that because he hasn't really been in the mix.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, this fucker can't run without tripping.
I mean, that's not entirely accurate, Robert.
How many times did he trip and have to get saved by someone else?
I think it's accurate.
There's one time he trips, for sure.
2, at least 2.
Okay, 2. I mean,
Flash.
That's not Flash. Flash should not be tripping and falling.
Yeah, I mean, of all my problems I have with that movie, that's way down the list.
It's up there for me. That and the fact that Superman didn't just, kill that moron. What's his name?
I mean, Superman would stop what he was doing to save hundreds of people.
Right, because he could destroy the planet to save 10 people who are going to die in 10 seconds if you don't kill this dude.
I think he trusted his teammates.
He's an idiot because they were getting their butts kicked.
Yeah. I mean, but they still prevented him from killing the entire planet.
And Wonder Woman wasn't as strong as she should be.
Robert, do you have a problem with teamwork?
No.
Do we need to have another
Wonder
fucking
Woman,
Shattercast summit?
Wonder Woman came off weaker than she should be in that movie, don't you think?
Well, I mean,
she's almost as strong as Superman.
You got to build it up to. I mean, she just can't go in there and just start wrecking shit up. I mean, that would just be a boring movie. You got to show weakness a little bit. I mean, I guess.
I didn't walk away from that thinking she was weak at all.
No, I think she's
not as strong as she should be, though.
I didn't walk away thinking that she's not as strong as she should be.
Funny
I
story.
like Flash to be on. Oh,
she
went. Damn it.
No, go ahead, Greg. Go ahead. You've been trying to get it out. Let me. I'll come back.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Okay, he's got the stick. I'm passing him the talking stick after me. I actually kind of like Flash in scenes. Like, I think he added the right, he kind of broke the ice in some scenes, or he finished the scene, like the rooftop, where there's all those random motherfuckers up there, and Gordon turns around, they're all gone, and Flash is like, they just vanished. That's rude. And then he just okay, and then he zooms off. I don't know. I just that kind of
Yeah, but he didn't trip.
Did you see did you get to the part where they dig up Superman's grave?
Yeah.
Okay, I love when Flash is tries to go in for the pound, the fist bump, and he's like, okay, all right, we're not there yet. Plus, he's like, plus it's racially charged. I get it.
I think the last scene I saw was it was either the farm before he was like, I'm Superman, and flies off and to save the day. It was either with the farm or it was the scene with Flash and Cyborg where they're like, we're kind of like the misfits or whatever. I can't remember the exact wording. It was one of those two because I turned it off because Kit woke up and I didn't want to finish the movie without her. I was going to give her the chance to watch it.
You saw him beat the shit out of the Justice League, right?
Who?
Superman.
No, I did not.
Oh,
spoilers.
That was awkward.
You just
it was either the farm scene or the first farm scenes or the Flash and Cyborg because I don't remember. They were it was one or the other was right before. And I even kind of like fucking hipster Aquaman. As far as you see him, I mean you don't see a lot of them. Yeah. But I just think I think the characters I was most worried about, actually I like more than I thought I would. And then there's the characters I thought I would like, I'm a little bit more worried about. But I haven't finished the movie, so.
Right. My favorite character in that shit is Cyborg. Mm-hmm. I think he's fucking perfect.
Really?
Yeah, I like his I don't know. I liked his portrayal. I like everything about him in that movie.
I actually thought that what's his face was going to do better as Batman than I feel like he does.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. I don't like him as Batman at all.
Yeah.
Alfred was stupid.
I wish they had done Teen Titans.
Jarvis.
Teen Titans Cyborg.
Yeah.
Or Teen Titans Go Cyborg. Like everybody else is all broody, and he's like, "Hey guys, let's go play some video games and eat some tacos."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Cyborg.
Yeah, that's not what I want. I like how he was like he was always calm, like he was very like a machine. You know, I dug that a lot. I've never really been. I think Cyborg's backstory is fucking interesting, but I've never really been a big Cyborg fan. But I definitely liked him a lot in that movie.
I agree. I think it
I
was
like you a lot.
You just like him because he's bald.
Bobby, I like you a lot.
Oh, I'd like you too, Matt.
They should have.
Is he bald? I don't think he's bald, is he?
Cyborg is, yeah.
Okay.
I think they should have done more of Superman's mustache.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Leave
been
that
a-
shit in. Confuse people.
The kids would be like, Superman. And it's like,
Fuck the
oh,
glasses,
yeah.
Why
You know
would
why?
Superman be clean shaven? Can someone explain that to me? Because nothing can cut his hair.
They've
Or why can't he
explained
try
it.
something new?
They've explained it.
What's the explanation, Bobby?
He does it with his X-ray vision.
His
Jeez.
nose? He can look down at his own face?
He uses a mirror.
Mirror. Come on now.
His X-ray vision?
Mm-hmm.
Did he give himself
his
cancer? Or is it chemo?
He's impervious to it, I suppose. I don't know.
Can he shave his legs too with it?
I mean, not X-ray vision. I'm sorry, it's laser vision. My bad.
I'm going to look at my hair and make it fall off because I can see through it.
The X-ray vision actually makes more sense because hair falls out when you do like radiation therapy. That actually makes more sense.
All right, Robert, wrap this up.
No, you know what? I want to go back real quick while we were talking
Oh.
about the movie stuff. Remember, I had said I like the movie theorist. One thing that I really liked about on their channel too was they pointed out how impossible Wonder Woman was, and it's like not because of all this stuff. It's like it's because where she would have left from her island, like there was no way that she would get to where they were in 24 hours. It's really, really good theory. You should see that one too. So,
Wait,
just wanna throw that out.
in Justice League?
No, in the Wonder Woman movie. Where Wonder Woman's island must be located, there's no possible way that you could get to England in 24 hours.
It's in the English Channel.
Especially in a
sailboat or whatever
yeah.
the fuck.
No wind at all.
I haven't watched, like I said, I haven't seen the ending of the movie, and don't spoil it for me.
They lose.
But does Steppenwolf get taken out by that random Green Lantern ring that's flying around from the very beginning of the movie?
No, Ollie.
Did I assume they never address?
How do you have a Justice League with no Green Lantern?
Dude, I mean, like, I hear you, but like at the same time, I'm like, this movie had more than enough to explain already. Like, I mean, I think the major problem with the Justice League movies is it just came 3 years too early.
And no Marvin the Martian? Come on now.
Dude,
Marvin the Martian.
one of my favorite DC moments is in New Frontier when like
Star Trek?
Martian Manhunter is like he hasn't exposed himself yet, and he's like he's acting as like a cop or like a detective, and he's like he's tracking Batman, and Batman is like taking down this like pedophile ring or some shit, and like at the end of like when Batman takes him down, Martian Manhunter like as a like in human form or whatever is like, you know, very impressive work. I've been watching you for some time and blah blah blah. And Batman just turns and looks at him and goes, I invested tens of thousands of dollars in order to track the people behind this crime, and it would cost me one dime to buy a book of matches to deal with you. Stay out of my way.
Ooh.
Like, that's fucking awesome.
Why would he just blatantly say, I invested all this money that most people don't have into this one particular thing? Because that would kind of expose himself.
And why was he only willing to...
There's plenty of rich people.
Why was Bruce Wayne only willing to spend $20,000 to save the world when he's a billionaire?
Wait,
well, there's plenty of rich people. Let's stick to my question, which is probably going to be more important. There's plenty of rich people, but how many have that jawline?
That's fair.
Or
chin. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Chin.
I just like it's like the whole time he thinks he's been watching him secretly, and Batman's already fucking researched him, figured him out, knows exactly what his weaknesses are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit's fucking cool.
It's Batman.
I read the new Batman today. It was weird. It was one of those comic book things where, like, and Marvel does it too. DC, I mean, I haven't read a lot of DC, so I don't know if they do it. But it's one of those things where they throw you into, like, this fucked up storyline that's like not really reality, but they don't tell you that, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like last month, Catwoman was picking out a wedding dress, and this one starts off with a Justice League member killing themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's set in an alternate thing. It's a Booster Gold.
He's a cool character.
Centric episode, and he comes off like he comes off with a lot of humor.
I feel like Booster Gold is one of those underrated characters.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know a lot about him. Weren't there talks for a Booster Gold movie?
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, but
I mean, in that Shazam movie that came out 3 years ago?
That man's emotional about his uniform.
Oh, I just saw Mask is getting a movie, too.
Like
Mask?
Mask?
No, Max.
Yeah, Mask.
He said
like Jim Carrey or Mobile Armored Strike Command?
Mobile Armored Strike Command. They're getting a movie. They're just looking for a writer or something. They got a director.
Making it cool before Mortal Kombat did the case.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Before we head out, I want to give 2 big shout-outs.
Wait, Robert didn't do his
Oh, he did?
yet.
Okay. Sorry.
I didn't finish mine either, but it's fine. I didn't really have answers for the rest of them, so it works out.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, okay. So I can make some joke ones up. Feed me the rest of them after movie.
Cartoon after movie is television show.
Damn, because I thought cartoon and television show were separate. Anything true crime, really. I'm not ashamed of that, but
that's not
just really. I'll throw that out there if anybody's making a file on me, like Mark Zuckerberg. I'm into true crime stuff.
Dude, the fucking Zuckerberg memes have been great.
Yeah,
cartoon.
Apple and Onion on Nickelodeon, which I heard was canceled after 10 episodes, but that shit is fucking wholesome as fuck. But at the same time, it's like not like I don't know. It's not Nickelodeon. It's Cartoon Network. Like it's just weird. It's a weird show.
And Toyline.
Anything mainline Hasbro, to be honest with you.
All right. Robert.
Song? It's a split. One, definitely very emo, Moby, My Weakness. I ran it by you, Bobby, and you shat all over it.
That's not emo at all, but whatever.
Not emo in the Greg sense, just emotional.
How about emo in the Matt sense?
Moby, not Moby.
Emotional.
Eminem, Not Afraid. That's a song that I really love. And I don't know, I'm embarrassed to say I like an Eminem song, but that song means a lot to me personally.
Hey, Eminem's a shit, man. Come on, man.
I don't like a lot of his stuff, a lot of what he says, but that song, I was like, wow, that's special. I think he helped a lot of people with that song. I do. He helped me.
Stan helped me.
Movie. No, it's funny now. Movie, television show, cartoon, and Toyline. What you guys have to understand is you are my dirty little secret.
That's
so, it's what embarrasses me the most is when I proudly display like my toys on my credenza, and then wait to see who looks and what the reaction is if anybody notices and asks questions,
credenza.
My credenza. So I've got to say Transformers and same for television show and cartoon and Toyline, really. I mean, that's the stuff that's special to me. I'm not embarrassed to share anything with any of you or our listeners.
Not me.
The outside world.
I'm not. Fuck that. I'll tell everybody that I collect Transformers.
I'm pretty much me. You boil me down. That's how I am with you guys. The obnoxious me. And the rest is a face I put on for the rest of the world. So it's not much I'm embarrassed about.
You're not obnoxious.
Says the most obnoxious person I know.
No, I don't think I'm obnoxious. No.
TV show, though. I love the Jersey Shore. I love it. I fucking watch it. I look at the, on cable at the reruns and what they have on.
I do too.
Season.
I watch it too.
I watch the shit out of that.
So you're all over the family vacation, huh?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
so glad that we're recording on Wednesday and not Thursday, because Thursday is when they air it.
Dude, when she lost her ring, man, come on now.
It's like watching a train wreck. It's rubbernecking on the highway. I love it.
Oh yeah.
You know, but anything else, you know, nothing. It's Transformers and all this stuff and all the other shit I'm getting into. You know? But yeah, that's that. It's not like I watch my kiddie show. My kid wants to watch fucking, you know, Polar Express for the 50,000th time, and I'm like, I love this movie. I'm so glad she likes it. You know. Hey, you like Polar Express?
Oh, she heard that. What's she doing up? It's 9 o'clock.
Polar Express.
Yeah.
Say, I don't go to sleep.
I don't go to sleep.
We know.
Say, I can't wait to draw a new chair.
I can find you.
We're wrapping everything in plastic, kid.
Before we head out, I want to give 2 big shout outs to Paul C. and Mr. Leon. He is Mark 44 Prime on YouTube, and
had a baby.
Yeah, they both had kids this week. So,
Yeah, that's
big shout out to them.
Hey, Bobby, wait, hold on. Before you move on, Matthew. Yes. You gave some parenting advice and took some digs at me. Took some digs. I would say, Paul, I will give you the best parenting advice anyone is ever going to give you in your life or could give you. Don't take parenting advice from anyone. That's my parenting advice. Do your thing.
Paul, I would be mindful about who you take parenting advice to.
They need a schedule. If the child screams, throw it in the crib. Don't be like Robert D. Don't let them set things on fire. Dude, do you, and let your wife, no matter what you do or say, she is going to research everything online and be neurotic about every little fucking thing. Is the baby rolling over? Is she going gaga goo goo yet, or just me? Is she saying mama? Let her do it. And just humor her and do not get exasperated. And trust yourself. That's my advice. Trust yourself. Nobody knows your child better than you.
I love that
your
crap.
child.
You always go somewhere, and they're like, well, is he this? I'm like, no, he's this. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm pretty sure.
Is he turning over yet? Is he eating hot dogs yet? Is he creaming his own bananas yet? Fuck out of here.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You should cream, Justin. Just be like, mind your fucking business. Is he poo-pooing solids yet?
Well, to be fair, I creamed my own banana earlier today.
So shout out to those guys for having little boobies.
For sure.
Bob's like, is he on a schedule yet?
I mean, I'm telling you.
Do they march to the dinner table yet?
Nobody marches to my dinner table.
No.
They run.
Can I march to your dinner table?
I'm just a.
If you open that
pussy hat kind of guy.
Another pack of bacon, I'd march to your breakfast table.
This dude can cook some fucking bacon. He's in a bacon club. He gets a true rasher of bacon.
We have plenty of fun. We have plenty of fun here, but it's there's also
fun with fear.
Everybody's got their responsibilities.
With fear.
And you gotta pull your weight.
Deregulate our fun here.
You're a gunner.
You got the baby fucking wrapped up in wet cloths, making her crawl around the floor. Like, mop that floor, baby. Pull your weight.
The baby has 0 responsibilities.
Oh, that would be the shit. You should do that. Take one of those Swiffer, or not the Swiffer. Yeah, the Swiffer. It's got that little fuzzy pad. Yeah, get 2 of them. Put one over the paws and one over the feet. And just let it fucking go.
Bobby calls it the swaddler.
We can give Brian actually a brush, and he will go and Brian. That's terrible.
How do you have to be to get the pussy hat? I want to know how the.
Oh, Matthew.
You go protest.
You should already have had one.
What does that have to do with anything, Matt?
It has to do with everything a lot.
With kids?
She's like, don't make fun of my hat.
I'm going to protest later.
Why are you mumbling? She can speak better than that. You're embarrassing me. I wish we had a category of your children speaking. All right, go outside. I'm going to tell Bobby Bobby is going to come. I'm going to get Bobby Skullface here, and you're going to get in trouble. She's looking at me with the wide eye look like,
no.
Not Bobby.
Don't make me call Bobby Skull. You're going to get a phone call from Bobby Skullface.
Yeah, I was going to say, she have one of those toy phones. Those toy cell phones. Can get it.
This is my phone.
Can I get phone calls?
Yeah, she uses my phone. She swipes right all the time. I get angry clients.
There has to be action and consequence.
You swipe right on me all the time, too. So whatever.
That's Azalea. Oh, now she's biting me. That's great. That's good, girl.
All right. Let's wrap her up.
Yep.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Tight dick player.
What? You say tight dick player?
Shardouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Edges Around, Tight Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerd Rage Radio, 8 Weeks. And my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock. At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse. I am Ratchet. Third Party TF Crashers and Open Your Toys Podcast. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and shut the fuck